Two, getting ready to head to the PROC, the breakouts and all that good stuff. It's around at 8:30 in the morning. So we about to get ready to head over there. Hope to get some breakfast or something. Yeah, but y'all stay tuned. Bring y'all what I see. Oh, motherfucking ready. Elevator lights. I will ran to go back change his shoes. I am the bros see that they got going. There go easy motherfucking E in the motherfucking building. What's up, baby? Everything. How you doing, man? They say you slipped and fell.
Well, I didn't fall, but I was walking on the ice.
Yeah.
Shit went out like that.
Oh, goddamn.
You tighten up.
You tighten up. Yeah. That's what it's looking like for the day. We found it.
I can't bet, bro.
Okay, this is the bet. You were right.
Come on.
It'll go back up.
Accountable, right? As long as I can. Come on in.
What's happening? Come on.
Hey, man.
Got a little bit more
What's
room.
your problem?
Some of you guys are a little too heavy. I don't know.
We light in here. If that thing start beeping, I know who's getting out of here. The biggest one in here.
Oh, this ain't going down.
Ain't gonna go. We too heavy.
Too much weight.
I'm locked in.
It said hell no. I told y'all.
I told you.
It said we
Shit, that dragging
I'm
about
dead.
5 minutes. Y'all gotta wait for the button to push.
Yeah, you're too fast.
Yeah, we'll go over here.
Yeah, y'all like Johnny Neutron.
Early Saturday morning.
Johnny
That motherfucker was jumping last night.
Neutron.
This is the bottom. This one.
No, I see what it
No, it's 3.
is.
Good morning.
Good.
What's the word, dog?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Pastor. Everybody looking good.
Yes, sir. Let's go. What's going on, famo? Yes, sir. Brown clothes to LA. Getting it together.
Y'all good?
What's going on, baby? How's everything with you? Yes, sir. Huh? Oh. Yep. Wait, how's it going, man? It's shit, huh? It's good, man.
Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That motherfucker.
Got us in the goddamn front row like Bob Euchre. damn well this black bikers.
Good morning, above the panel. So as soon as I can get my lighting right, I will certainly get us started. It is a pleasure to be with all of you. I am Foxy. If you don't know, I'm Foxy, the General Manager of the PRO Convention. And I want to make sure today is a full day that we bring everybody together. You build relationships. Most importantly, you learn some things. So as soon as we can get this lighting started, we'll get going.
While we get this light situation going on.
Yo, YouTube, hey, look who I done ran up on.
Hey, what's up?
The winner of my gift card giveaway.
Inspector T, that's right, Inspector T. Look, when we register for PROC 2026, register under Inspector T. It's going to say, who is the team leader that referred you? Inspector T, all right?
All motherfucking ready. Y'all see that? Y'all stay tuned. Y'all all motherfucking.
You guys know the snow here in Atlanta is not common. They tend to not get snow maybe every 10, maybe 12 years. And for us, they got it this year. So the city of Atlanta wanted to come out and give you guys a very warm welcome to the city, but due to the weather conditions and the road conditions, they were unable to. As such, yours truly, Foxy, General Manager for the PRO Convention, I'm gonna deliver the welcome address on their behalf. So the city of Atlanta wants to let you all know that they greatly appreciate each and every one of you coming into this beautiful city. They apologize for the weather, but recognize it's something that was well beyond their control. We, the Pro Convention, are super excited to bring this year's PROC back to the wonderful city of Atlanta. And although we too can't control the weather, many of you are still here, and we appreciate that. So without further ado, we get ready to get this show started. Many of you know my sidekick for this morning session is none other than D Dirty, representing the Midwest, 317 Riders, and he's gonna be your moderator for this general session. Over to D Dirty.
Everybody still asleep. Don't miss out. You already know before we get started. We got some gin and juice in the cup, some coffee, some tea, some pH balanced water, whatever you drink. Get your cups up. You don't know how we get down. Up to it, down to it, and fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to do it. Drink, motherfucker, drink. Closer to the mic. Is that better, y'all? Can you hear me now? No, can you hear me? All right. Yeah, so this weather is not that good, but I ain't never seen the city shut down over 2 inches of snow in my life. I'm sorry, I'm from here. I'm not used to this. I'm actually used to this. So, you know, everybody that didn't come to Indianapolis last year because I thought it was too cold, this is what y'all get. Exactly what y'all get. It's y'all fault. It's y'all got this weather down here. Y'all wouldn't wait for a hot spot. This ain't hot Atlanta no more. This is what hell look like when it freezes over. Boneyard chapter in Florida. He is the first black chairman of the West Florida Council of Clubs. He is the president of Region 6 for the NCOM, with the National Coalition of Motorcycles, if y'all didn't know. He is the host of the Big Boneyard Biker Podcast on YouTube, the 1% liaison of Florida for Outcast MC, star of the soon-to-be released film Riding Dirty. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Big Bone 1% Outcast MC.
Good morning. Man, wow. So I am a early bird. Thank you, Foxy. Anyway, hey, seriously, I'm preaching to the choir when I tell y'all this particular PROC feels like a little repeat last year. It was confusing because it's Atlanta, but it looked like downtown Cleveland for some reason. But I don't understand. But anyway, I'm not going to take up a whole lot of y'all's time because there's some other folks who need to share some good information with you. But so I come bringing that I come bearing gifts. And I'm going to share a little bit with y'all about the COC, A-Bay, income, and all this other stuff that's going on out here that a lot of us either don't know about or we're not plugged into. There's a lot of benefits. I think I spoke a little bit about it last year, but we didn't really get into it that much. So anyway, first thing is this. All of us are in motorcycle clubs. We do what we do on our own individual sets. In our individual areas, there's coalitions, councils, groups where different motorcycle clubs come together about any number of things. You know, a lot of times it's, let me check your calendar so it don't conflict with my calendar so we can have a bike night and our annual this and your thing that. That's what. But as we like to say, in real life, it's a whole lot of bigger stuff going on because a lot of our clubs are state to state and national clubs, right? And sometimes those clubs have issues that need to be addressed. Sometimes there's community things that need to be addressed. Sometimes there's legal things that need to be addressed. So that's why the first stop is the COC. The COC is a council of clubs, federation of clubs. You know, it goes by different names. Dominant or the dominant club for an area, along with other dominant clubs for an area, along with some motorcycle ministries, along with military clubs and whichever. The COC has a tendency to look like the set that it represents, right? The purpose for the COC started about 35 years ago. The purpose of the COC is so that all of us can get together, work out our issues if we have any, but also address the concerns of the community, but also there's law enforcement. That's the thing. For some of us, that's a real big thing. So the COCs have a mission. The first mission is anti-profile. And as I explained to these cats a lot of times, see, you got a good tan like I got, on a motorcycle, not on a motorcycle, you know, kind of don't make a difference. We get profiled just by leaving out. But when it comes to this biker stuff, the second you put on a patch in certain areas, you know, that's kind of, you know, you become a target. And believe it or not, that's actually illegal. So if the police decide that you're riding from point A to point B, and you got a patch on your back, and they feel like we need to stop them, we need to this, that, or other thing, okay, that's illegal. And a lot of times it's just illegal until somebody does something to stop it. So what we do in the COC is we get with lawyers and lobbyists and lawmakers, and we change them in a pretty grand sort of way. Like in Florida, where I'm from, we sued our lawyer, we had a thing. My COC members went to, this was about 2010, 2011, went to go to the state fair. Police came out and said, hey, y'all guys can't come here, you got to go. Different police agencies, you got to go. So those were the COC members. They called the attorney, they called the chairman at the time, got with the lawyer, literally, very next day. We went back with a plan, a lot of different motorcycle clubs. We sent in the Christian clubs first, you know, like the motorcycle ministries. Sent them through the gate. And our lawyer, a guy named Jerry T, who looks like every friggin' white boy outlaw biker you've ever seen. You know, long hair, you know, crazy looking, look half methed out all the time. Baddest lawyer in North America. Baddest lawyer. Anyway, he's standing behind, and this, you know, a while back, so he's got one of them VCRs, or one of them giant ass camcorders like you used to see in the 70s. I'm behind the van. So then motorcycle ministries, no problem, come on in. So then, you know, my black ass and a bunch of other folks who look like me and some other folks, we go do the same thing. About 5 minutes later, whole time this guy's with the camcorder recording. All the cops come out, you know, left, right, and side, doing this, you know, like looking tough, you know, like stop, y'all can't come in. And they start really preaching about why we can't come in. So the lawyer comes running out there like his hair's on fire. Hey, why can't they come in? I just want to understand. Well, they can't come in. Why? Well, they're motorcycle gang members. You know, really? What about those guys? Oh, no. Those guys are okay. Those are Christian guys. You're going to let those guys in right there, but not these guys right here. Why? Well, because what? Well, because those are the ones we don't like. Those are outlaw bikers. Well, what about those guys? How can you tell the difference? So he's asking them these questions. And the head cop, he's answering these questions. So $164,000 later, I think it was, he probably wished that he didn't say that. So, because the lawyer got all on their ass, we did never have to go to court. Guess what? That's discrimination. That happens every single day to so many of us. Now, in that circumstance, the funny thing is, it just happened again. It took a minute. It's 2025, and literally Thursday it happened again. So we're all like picking out our new Harleys and shit. It's payday right now. But this is the thing that when you're not a part of an organized entity, and I'm not saying your clubs are organized entities, but when you get together and forgive my friends, I ain't trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but when you get some of that white folks stuff going on, white folks got lawyers, or at least that's what we think in our head, right? But what happens is we get with our attorneys, we get with consultants who know what the law is, and we strategize. Like what if anything are we gonna do? We're not raising hell for the sake of raising hell. We're raising hell and costing them money for the sake of letting them leave us the fuck alone. Because like in America, you're supposed to be able to be an American, ride a motorcycle and all that kind of stuff. You can't do that if you're in jail. You can't do that if, they're gonna beat your ass. The cops, they still do that, by the way. But anyway, so that's a little bit on the COC, which is more than just what I suggest. That's a part of it. But also, there's a church that has supported all the clubs for a long time. Church. Not only the preachers, the pastor of that church, he writes. Well, when the old man died, the man who owned the church and the land around it and all like this, he died. His children are assholes, and they didn't give a damn. They just wanted to, make a bunch of money. And one kid, drug overdose, he had all that money, so he just partied himself to death real quick, like 3 weeks after the funeral, this kid was dead. The other two, the daughter didn't give a damn. The one son, he just wanted to be, what's that guy's name? Ebenezer Scrooge. So he don't like churches, so he decided he's going to triple the rent on the church. Kick the church out. Church reached out and said, brothers, we've been here 25 years, can y'all help us out? Can y'all help us out? I'm like, so let's give the landlord a call. This guy cussing me like I owe them money or something. What's the hostility about? We're just trying to find out if we can get a church to break. So, in my outlaw way of thinking, I'm like, I'm gonna go see him and see if I can motivate him to have a heart. We can talk with the boot up your ass. It might feel different in the church. But, he didn't want to do that. So he wanted to cuss me and all like this. I'm like, okay, I'm going to his house. The problem was his house wasn't in Florida. I didn't know that. So his house was in California. I'm like, we got some folks that can talk to him. We got P.O. Box address. But P.O. Box address to it. We found the address, which was way up in the freaking mountains. Can't nobody get to this dude's house. And so it was none of this. Like, man, we stuck like Chuck. We stuck like Chuck. And man, what we gonna do? Talk to the dude's wife. The wife said, my husband's an idiot. He don't know nothing about nothing. He don't care about that church. He don't go to church, nothing like that. You gotta buy the church. If you buy the church, that would do the trick. So long story short, we made this fool an offer, thinking he was gonna take it. He said, no, y'all gotta buy everything, which my Clubhouse was part of that deal. So we had to buy my Clubhouse, we had to buy the church, we had to buy the building next to that, and some other stuff back to that, because this guy was an asshole, and the church had reached out to my club and said, brothers, we have a history of taking care of the community, everybody knows that. So yeah, we bought all of that stuff. Now we're landlords of a church. Yeah. The outlaws are landlords of the church. I can say that out too. It's been a while and it still don't sound like me. But how do we do that? The way we did that was in the CLC, we said, hey, we got a project. Who can help us with the project? I'm being facetious when I say this, but we say to the folks in the CLC, hey, we got a project. It's important. Who can help us with that project? Hands went up. More importantly, money came in. I don't know if y'all understand how much money it costs to buy a damn block, but it costs a lot of money. So COC lawyer said, here, bam, here's a motorcycle, wrap it on. Here's some money, I don't need it back. Here's some whatever, hey, we just had a bike night. Here's this, here's that, here's the other thing. It's not the same, I mean, it's a wonderful thing, but it's not the same sort of community and connection that we already love. It's bigger than that, it's stronger than that, it's more organized. In your club, I'm gonna pivot a little bit. So that's a flyer, somebody scribble it out on crayons or whatever, make copies. Go to everybody's damn clubhouse. This is what just happened. You have to go to everybody's clubhouse, show your face there, and be like, hey boss man, can I put this flyer on y'all's wall? We got an annual coming up. Yeah man, go ahead. Then you go to the next one and so on and so on. And this is before Facebook and all like that. For y'all youngins, on wall. But anyway, no, but for real. I know, right? But I'm tearing you up. But that's how you used to get the word out, right? That's how you used to let somebody know that you had a thing. And if you didn't go to their thing, they wouldn't come to your thing. So when you was having an annual, you was on the road running around. So you need those flyers, by the way. Flyers cost a lot of money. They can cost a couple $100 to print those flyers. So in income, that's the national group, right? If you're having an event, and I mean, pretty much anybody in this room, if you're a motorcycle club, you're getting ready to have an annual, y'all getting ready to spend some money, income says that. Them flyers gonna cost some money. They believe that we go to income to help out with the cost of those flyers, because those are motorcycle clubs doing motorcycle club shit. So they got $250 in the flyer program. I've given out $250 checks 14 times this year. And here's the thing about it, very rarely do those clubs look like most of us in this room. Let me say it again. Free money, $250 every time you want to have an annual or somebody's birthday party, which, well, not every time, they do it once a year, but it's $250 because your club is part of income. You're having an annual, and y'all know what happens during annual time. You go count your pennies, make sure your money's right, so you can go and buy some beer, some liquor, some this, that, and you know, some of y'all got income, does a whole lot of different things, legislatively speaking. We work for motorcycle rights. If the cops are beating your ass, kicking in your clubhouse door, we've got lawyers who understand what RICO is and a bunch of other stuff. But okay. All right, cool. All right, so hey, never mind. That stuff, we're gonna get that out at the president's meeting. So organization, hey, this is what it's about, man. Hey, God bless y'all.
That's Matt. Matt Town, our state brother, gonna come up here and give you the nice, beautiful history of his club that's been around since the beginning of time. Like, you know, Jesus and Moses was running around. They was on the chariots, he did it. Come on up here, man.
State brother, where you at? My sisters, where you at? Here we go. You good? Can y'all hear me? Hey, listen, about 2 years ago, I had the opportunity and the fortune to sit down and speak with this 90-year-old gentleman. And for the sake of considering the time, the other speakers that have to come up with the program for the rest of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the Cliff Notes version of that interaction. Because what I was wearing, I had motorcycle gear on, the vest, saw the bike, the motorcycle, we were in that type of environment. The conversation inevitably turned to motorcycles and motorcycle clubs, more specifically, depending where you're from, shout out to Atlanta. More specifically, it turned to the organization I'm associated with, which is the State Brotherhood Motorcycle Club. At the point of the conversation, I began to tell them about our history when we were established, 1946, a little lineage, blah, blah, blah. I'll never forget what this 90-year-old young man said to me after hearing that information. He turned, looked dead in my face, and he said, I'll never forget it. I've never heard of that. Hey, that's it. That's the story. Hey, y'all have a good night. I appreciate it. But no, what happened after that, as the conversation continued, changed my output, my on-site on our history and what we were doing as a club, as a nation. It gave me an appreciation historically for what was going on with the State Burners Motorcycle Club. He said, hey, this apparent historian said, you guys were established in the first meeting of the United Nations. You know, and he said, hey, you know, you guys were the same year that the baby boomers were born. And we got some baby boomers in here in 1946. He said, you guys came along the same year that the NBA was established, and it was called the Basketball Association of America. I didn't know that. So we continued to talk, have some conversation, and he stopped in the middle of something else we were talking about. He said, shoot, y'all almost as old as McDonald's. By the way, McDonald's established in 1940. I didn't know this, and it went until 1953 that they started using to go with the bars. Just 7 years after our existence, 1953. Some of you in here are aligned with some significant, your clubs and organizations are aligned with some significant historical events. First landing on the moon, maybe, right? The Apollo Challenger, everybody remember that blowing up? Even as recent as 9/11. And your establishment might be coinciding with these historical events, but it's not until many years after that that you realize the significance of what that might be. That you learn to appreciate that significance. So imagine that your organization is forged in time. You're part of time. You are forged in time. You are forged in tradition with your organization. In an organizational genesis to where you're the first. That even though many like you come about, many clubs, organizations, or whatever you are come after you, may do things different than you, may do things better than you, may have more than you, that you were the first. Such is the story of the State Burners Motorcycle Club established in 1946. Hey, good morning, everybody. As he stated, I'm Nat Town. I am the president of the Woodridge chapter of the State Burners Motorcycle Club, established in 1946. It is an honor and a privilege to be here speaking with you today. First and foremost, I couldn't go on but giving thanks to Foxy and Butter for affording me this opportunity to speak to you, to get educated, to educate, and to just speak about our history. So if we could, with everything that they've done here, give a shout out to all of the workers and everything. This is PROC. If you haven't heard by my voice, I've been having a good time. I am losing my voice and talking, yelling, and screaming, and laughing. So what they've done is a phenomenal job. I thank you for your contribution to the culture, to the bike set, and everything you're doing. It's phenomenal. Secondly, let me give thanks and homage to our national president, Lucky, and our vice president, Buddha, for providing this information. For there are far more individuals with far more years than myself, as well as knowledge of our organization. So trusting me with this. I thank you. And lastly, shout out to my esteemed panel with all this knowledge and education that's going on up here. So we could get a round of applause. Thank you. We'll come and get you. And the Louisville chapter especially has been a big part of letting us come down to Louisville and ride back with us to our party. So I want to appreciate that. Thank y'all very much.
We're going to get to our third speaker here in just a second. This third speaker, y'all know he was chairperson of the National Roundup in Ohio in 1995. He is now proud to bring to you All-American Biker Rally Camping Motorcycle Reunion. Going to be in Springfield, Ohio this year. So although they went to the Roundup all those years ago, he was the chairman putting that on. Well, now he's got this whole new biker rally going on where they camping and take you back to real camping. Like, not the little tents you got going on, and not an RV, not the, air mattresses and all that. They straight getting on the ground. Now it's over. But this next speaker is the president of Road Rangers out of Cleveland, Ohio. We're going to give a round of applause for Spider D.
Columbus, the capital city, if you didn't know, of Ohio. And we've evolved quite a bit. This gentleman was very instrumental with bringing us a very hot camping event that brought bikers and campers together. As many of you today have, like myself, decided to go into the version of being a hybrid of camping and motorcycling, we've become discontent with other events that may have occurred. And as such, the vision that he had in 1995, he is now proud to extend to you, and they are launching it again in the wonderful state of Ohio. It will be hot. June 26th through the 29th, going down in Springfield, Ohio, will be the All-American Biker Rally. So you definitely want to be in the building, in the place. Because if you were there in 95 or you watched the hospitality this gentleman has rolled out to you, when it comes to motorcycling and camping, it's an event you don't want to miss. But before I bring him to the mic, I just also want to let you guys know, and you'll hear more about this, State Burners will officially be celebrating their 80th anniversary in 2026. Some of our parents weren't even born. But the first weekend in June, in Philly, it's going down. Okay, we're gonna get some Philly cheesesteaks.
I'm so glad to see so many bikers out here because I've kind of been on the scene for a few years with the COVID, coming down here, been up in Ohio, I don't know, so many years. This is the first time I had a cold in 8 years. I come down here and I'm catching a cold, and I tell you, it's wearing me out. I was up 4 o'clock this morning coughing, sneezing. So I'm gonna try and get through this as quick as I can so I can sit down. And but first, I would like to give what you think? I see you got some white. First, I want to say, meet Foxy, she said her first adventure was in 95, come to the Roundup in Ohio. And I tell you, been talking to her for a couple of years, and I tell you what, she's an amazing lady. Can we give her an applause? And to her staff, this is well organized, This is the first time I ever came to this convention. And I tell you what, it won't be my last, because I tell you, I see so many beautiful people out here. And I tell you, when you come to Ohio, we're gonna bring it to you, okay? Like you said, we did it in 95. A lot of things that we brought to that organization that people don't really realize. And I'm not knocking it, but we taking it back to the old school, doing the things that I love doing, dirt racing. Well, I don't do that too much anymore, but I like camping out. I don't sleep on tents anymore because I have a motorhome. And so we're going to be doing dirt bike races. We're going to have bike shows. We're going to have sound system with the, oh yeah, quick. I'm going to say how quick you are so we can take that back to Ohio, okay? All right. Okay. So we're going to definitely put on a good show for everybody. And we have a booth out there which you want to know any more information about the All-American Bikers Roundup. Talk to any of the staff members out there. We have a QR code on our banner. If you scan it, you'll be able to get a discount and to the admission to the All-American Rally. So, right, definitely, All-American Rally. Thank you. Oh man, she went all the way up to Oregon. You got her motorhome. She's calling me every day she's coming through. I got no motorhome. She just cheesing and cheesing. I think she just drove on past North Carolina and went somewhere else. She was having a good time in that motorhome. So definitely you will see her motorhome there. You will see mine. And anybody that have a motorhome, we got a hook up for that for me too as well. 30 amp, 50 amp, So please, I'd like to see all of you out.
With us today.
This toast for y'all.
Up to it, down to it, and fuck those who don't do it. We do it cause we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink. Water.
Can let's give a standing ovation for Indian and Polaris, please. When I say this organization right here has really been holding the community down. As many of you know, Indian has been around for many, many, many years, and you can have a seat, I'm sorry. Indian has been around for a long time. We watched Black Girls Ride do a snowmobile adventure in the wonderful state of South Dakota. Spearfish. We had a wonderful time, and so many asked us about it. We've done the Day in the Dirt, the PROC team did. But a lot of you probably don't even recognize what this brand brings to the table. And so without further ado, my queen of adventures, Kara, is going to share with you the abundance of things, all the things that you can do with Indian and Polaris that many of you probably don't recognize today. And it's time for us, the Black and Brown community, to pay close attention to those that are listening and paying close attention to us.
She could call me just about anything, so that could have gone a number of ways. So I ventured her, I'll take, but so happy to be here. Can you hear me? Sound sure? Okay, thanks. Thanks for pointing that out. So happy to be here. This is my 4th PROC. I missed last year, but I've ran into a bunch of you that I've met before, so excited to be here, so excited to partner with the PROC again. I think we ran into and started coordinating with the PROC and met Foxy in 2000, where is she go? She ran away already. 2016, 17, and have found a wonderful partner with her and with you all. So happy to be here. We've done a number of different talks and discussions over the years as we've been guests here. We really appreciate the time. But this year we were thinking, what can we do for our friends at the PROC? They're great motorcycle riders, they've done a lot of miles, but have they ever been on the dirt? So, again, my name is Kara. I'm with Customer Growth from Polaris, an Indian motorcycle that she mentioned. A lot of you may not know that we have Polaris. We have a Slingshot. If you were in that talk yesterday, we can give you adventures on not only asphalt, but dirt, water. Some argue air, but I've been in the air on a couple of our products. You can get some pretty good air on a couple of them. So I will argue that we can give you an adventure just about anywhere. I got your virtual episode. All right. So I just got a couple of questions before I want these guys to talk about their experience, but our plan, not only to bring the Slingshot and the Indian here, was to bring a razor so you guys could see it, touch it, we could talk about it, show you what that vehicle looks like, how big it is, and what an animal it can be out in the dirt. Now, we're from Minnesota, and we have been praying for snow. We sell snowmobiles. We're like praying for snow. I was teasing yesterday that I wasn't very specific on where I wanted it. So evidently my prayers were answered and it followed me here, so I apologize for that. I'll try to take it home with me tomorrow. But in that spirit, could you give me one click? And that's all I need. And this will run through as we're talking. All I need is one. While they're figuring out the click. The first couple of photos that you're going to see is from that snow adventure. So we maybe should have brought a snowmobile, but you'll recognize some faces in those first couple of pictures that had a hell of a good time as a day in the snow. And then after that, we're going to show some pictures of these lovely people here that had a great adventure in the dirt as well. So I'm going to just pass this mic around, but the first question I think I have for you is...
I was 10 years old when I started. I started my sons, I had 4 boys. I started them at 6, 5, 6, and 10.
So actually,
Takes up to the chair.
The people who found an envelope under your chair, come on here. Can we do
Let's
that?
see, let's see.
All right, there should be 9 in total. All right. Thank you. All right, we've got 9 envelopes up here. Within one of these envelopes, here's our 9th one right here. Stand up. Within these 9 envelopes, one of these lucky friends here is going to get a free Polaris Adventures for 2 to 4 people at a location of their choice. So you can firsthand experience what these folks have been, we're doing on that day in the dirt. In the other 8, we do have some Polaris Adventure swag. Again, UPS is holding it hostage. We will get it to you, I promise. With a note, handwritten note from me that apologizes for the tardiness. So go ahead and open those and let's see who's going to adventure with us.
Check it out.
Yes, right here. All right. For the other 8, we've got an adventure winner right here for the other 8. There's instructions on the sheet. You can find me after this or at our table outside here. Let's connect and we'll get that ready to ship out to you guys. All right. That's all I got, everybody. It's so time. God is willing to be a willing participant.
Lavish is a building.
Thanks so much, Kara. My bitches, I've never seen them before in the flesh. Big Food representing that powerhouse nation of outcasts. Chuck representing the powerhouse of Thunderguard. And I'm gonna let Dirty do another introduction of both of these fellas. You all probably heard from Gutter last time that Chuck goes with us in a different direction. We've known Chuck, and Chuck, I'm proud to say, was my former president at one point in time. But these guys have entrusted us to help them facilitate getting us back to our roots. So I'm gonna give it to Dirty so he can give you some comedy and do his introductions.
I ain't even got too many jokes on this one right here. Except that, black folks coming together is a beautiful thing, especially when we can't do what we can do. What up, though? You trying to build? Can the boogie get down? That's what I'm talking about. He told me his name was Big Food, which is F-U. And I said, that's a big fuck you. I like that right there. I got to remember the name F-I, which is short for fuck. So, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing like being stuck like Chuck and shit out of luck. So, to all the little people and big people around the world, we're going to bring both of these up. We're going to get a good report card going on. Hopefully, we're going to get some A's around here. No F's, just A's. And please continue to get this, keep this train rolling. That's it.
I do want to thank Spider D for COVID. Also, we want to thank Spider D for bringing all right to Springfield where there's no cats and no dogs. Once again, this is Big Food, right? Me and Chuck and brothers here. We here because we love each other. So, we went through some difficult times, which we expressed last year. So, now we're going through some better times. And I'm glad to say, first of all, thank you for allowing us to make you famous. Yeah, we went through some times and we moved along better. And like we spoke about earlier, everything is not overnight. And we still have work in progress and we are working. First thing I want to do our leadership, we wouldn't be able to start this. So, you know, I have an amazing leader. The Brotherhood Nation has an amazing leader. I know him personally myself. So I just want to say thank you. I don't think they're in the building, but I want to thank our leadership. Because without them, I couldn't be standing here speaking on this. Because, you know, we have a hierarchy, we must follow it. So when our hierarchy spoke, they said, they put something in place. They sat down together, they put something in place for the two nations to follow. And they were stern. Our national was stern. Their national was stern. And that brings us moving the other way. Moving forward, I'd like to say, now that's since we stood on this stage a year.
Much respect.
So that, you know, once again, go back to the national, that shows you how powerful they can be. You know, they are powerful people. And, you know, Chuck's my brother, he's a powerful man. I just admire the work that he does. You know, I'm guilty, man. So he catch those. Well, the reason I cut it a little short is big bone, we still dealing with A-Babe right now.
Good morning. Last year, I was kind of nervous when I came up here. And you still nervous? Because I don't even have social media, right? And I like the common ground, right? So whoever knows me, know me for riding my horse and meeting y'all at Dr. State. But they was very nervous. And like he said, if it wasn't for our number ones, our higher ups, we couldn't do this. They allowed us, and they trusted us, and they do feel the same way, right? They want the bullshit to stop. And we have to understand that. So me and Fu and our nation have been working non-stop, right, and making this truth work. And we did have some people that was against us, black people, you know what I'm saying? And they wasn't believers, they thought it wasn't gonna work. But man, listen, I've been to Alabama, I've been all over, I've been to Outcast Clubhouse, or damn near all around the world partying and having a good time. Like truly, those are really my brothers. Same with Woodridge, Sin City. You know what I mean? We really working hard with this shit. But we also want the community to understand too that you guys gotta be held accountable of making our set be right and what it is. This is not a game. We really love this shit. This is something we passionate about, something we do, right? If we get our shit together, then y'all got y'all shit together, right? And we have to govern this thing. And I call Foxy all the time, and I say, yo, what is this? And she's like, Chuck, they doing this. I'm like, well, damn. Like, how we gonna get our shit together and everybody doing this crazy ass shit? But we gonna keep working, you know what I'm saying? So we had to cut our own grass first, and that's what we did. And we here, this shit is gonna stay. And like you said, February 1st, Hollywood, last year was the first one. And I was very nervous because everybody's like, oh, this shit ain't gonna work. Fucking with Food, fucking with Chuck, it's gonna be a disaster. Man, that was one of the best parties I've ever been in. Like honestly, like, and I was proud to see Foxy there. And this is the club, how come I just stand up just 1 minute and then I'm gonna take, this is the club I left from. When I made my transition to join Brotherhood Nation, me and Butter is actually the founders of that club, but I wouldn't have started that club without Butter. I came to that. And I still wear the tat to this day. I didn't cross it off because I'm proud of where I come from. You know what I'm saying? And Maysu, I just got to tell you right now, thank you, bro. Because even though I left my club, that bro backed me. He never stopped and said, bro, your calling is your calling, do what you do. You know what I mean? Quick, I want to thank you, Monk, always, you know what I'm saying? So we just got a host of brothers here that I just want to thank. And just watch us, bro. We ain't playing. This shit is it's not gonna stop.
Well, you know, to add on to that,
6, 9 feet, 4 feet.
So to add to, you know, what Chuck is saying, that, you know, I met some amazing brothers that that over a year ago that I wouldn't stand next to, I wouldn't talk to. You know, because of who we are and what we represent. So, you know, we have a policy. If you got a problem with mine, I got a problem with yours. But once you start to realize that the person standing next to you, maybe because you got on different rags, doesn't mean that you have different things, a different thought process. So the process I learned is all the same. And we all out here to do the one thing is enjoy each other and ride these motorcycles. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you get out there and you start riding, you know, myself as well, you know, you get out here, you know, I got that bad boy image and I'm gonna ride my motherfucking motorcycle wherever I want to. Yeah, but I like this. I don't have to ride like that no more. I ain't gotta ride looking over my shoulder because, like I said, I'm gonna go back to my leadership and put a stop to that shit. That's what they did. So, you know, everybody in here in every club, please respect your leadership. Because without that, then you'll be a club for a year, and then you'll try to pick it back up for the next 2 years, and then it's just a circle of nothing. Put people in place. When you get these club settings and you have these meetings, make sure these meetings are worth something. Don't waste nobody's time. Don't pick a leader because he's cool. Don't pick a treasurer that can't count. So just make sure you put all into your club, because I put everything into my club because I love my club. And everybody in here who wear a set of rags love their club. So, you know, some people say, hey man, you love that club more than you. Hey man, this club is a part of my life. It's a part of my life. And matter of fact, some people say it is my life. You don't have nothing to do with Outcast, because that's who I am. Outcast is the day I die. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to thank everybody for coming out here. I'm an okay speaker, but you know, we do the best we can because we got to get the message out. And the message out right now this time is peace. So, you know, peace and education. Me and Chuck work good. So I had this. You know what I'm saying? We work good. So, you know, I just want to encourage you guys to keep doing what you're doing. Keep these motorcycles up. I got a buddy that don't ride too far, but he rides. he runs similar. You know, but you know, get on your arm and ride. I don't care where you ride around corners. Just have a good time with it. Be safe, and you know, be a brother to anybody out there you see on the road. Because out there, we all we got. You know, for sure. Yes, sir.
So I know, before we got here, I talked to Foxy and she said, Chuck, this year, the panel has questions, right? Or certain things is not going right in your area, or some things you guys may want to know, right? I know that I'm free, representing Thunderguard Nation, to take any questions that I can answer. I know my number one tried desperately to get here, and if it wasn't Foxy, I wasn't going to make it. Like, I all my places I canceled, right? She got me on the flight from Newark, New Jersey, took me to Jacksonville, sat there, and then after they did whatever in Virginia, got me back here. So thank you, Foxy, because I was like, yo, I'm at Scott, I'm not gonna make it. She did everything that she do. So I just want to let y'all know, during the course of the day, or maybe not right now, if you see me, you want to ask me something, I'm human, you can ask me, you can sit down, we can talk, chop it up. Some of the guys, especially in St. Burns, I know that I was up in Buffalo, and I ran into some bros from Rochester and stuff like that. Like, I really want to know y'all, because I know some here, we got bros up there. You know what I mean? Things like that. So we here for it. I have my number 3 up here, quick. I know he wanted to say some things real quick. Oh, here you go, quick.
Y'all, I'm doing too much. All right. First and foremost, I want to say thank y'all for letting us come out here. It's beautiful. This is my second time. I was in Indiana the first time, but I overslept for the first. I did. I got in trouble. But I did see the clips of it, and I was mad at myself because I missed out on history. You know what I mean? So when I first came into this nation, really didn't understand it. I always just thought, our culture was brothers on the bikes and having a good time, and got the fastest Harleys and whatever the case may be. And then I got into beef with other clubs. Didn't understand it. Cool. So what I've learned in this whole biker culture, 99% of the issues is non-communication. And that also goes along in your chapters and your nation. Everybody, let's be real. Everybody here got them people, them guys, those members who say they mess with you, but they really don't, right? Because I always told my bros, right? You say you're my bro, right? So you ready to go do this and that and the third when somebody do something to me, right? But you want to have a conversation with them. It don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all woke up the same way we want to go to bed, alive. So with this truth thing, I've been busting my ASSS to get this thing right, because I see something bigger than just black men riding Harlem. We the wave. The other side is trying to emulate what we're trying to do, because they not no disrespect. They're not man enough to sit down and have a conversation. I feel like this. You know how you go to the store? Black folks do this. Don't quote me if I'm lying. I take it. This commercial come on. You see a nice grill. Damn, I want a grill. Now go get me one. You go get one. And the first thing we do, take it all out the box. What we trying to do? Without the damn instructions. Right? You got the structure up, everything looks good. Walk around, do some burgers on it as soon as you got it on, right? 4 months later. Mind you, got like 30 screws left. I'm like, man, that's kind of extra. You ain't even mad. I put them in the bag, tied up, just put them in the drawer, cool. 4 months later, you come outside, that thing leaning like you're going around a curve. And the first thing you blame is what? Manufacturing. But the whole time, it came with instructions. You chose not to use that, and that's what I think this culture is like, man. We got all these guys put in place, but if we don't utilize them, what's the point? That's why it's very important to, if you do this culture, if you do this biker stuff, you can't halfway do it. That's like turning the air conditioner on and open your door. You defeat the purpose. So protocol, chain of command is everything. And respect your brothers, regardless if they wearing your rag or not, man. Because at the end of the day, we all got ops. You know what the ops are? When we turn that bike on. Because a lot of us ain't coming back, bro. We got so much things going against us. They're trying to fix the thing that's already we can control and maintain. And it starts with conversations. I've known these guys, food, my big ring homie, do it all. I met these guys last year, man. We talk at least once a week. We talk once a week, man.
I gotta touch on this real quick, right? Me and Tudo grew up together, right? And we actually grew up together, right? And this is my man right here. So we doing the true shit. We going through some shit. Our nations ain't agreeing. This is that. Motherfuckers think this shit not gonna work. So I called him not even a month into the fucking truth. I'm like, yo, Q, quick, where you at? He said, I'm over at Doodle House helping them move. I said, that's fucked up. I said, what? I said, yo, I'm out this motherfucker lifting furniture, helping them fucking move. I said, yo, I'm done, bro. And that's the shit here, bro.
And that's a true story. Because at the end of the day, brotherhood is brotherhood, right? Because it's what we rock, right? Don't matter. He called me. It was up there. I don't know where the hell I was. I know it was cold. But I went. I took one of my bros with me. Now, mind you, this is 2 weeks after the truth, 3 weeks, maybe. I drove almost 4 hours to help him move. Yeah. And you know why? It's not because I was trying to be cool with the dude. Nothing, it wasn't nothing like that. It's because we talked. You know what I mean? Just a quarter conversation, that period of time changed my whole life. And we're so quick to stereotype somebody else because we don't wear what we wear, or she doesn't wear what we wear, she don't represent, or whatever the case may be. But the whole time, they the same as you, just wear something different. We choose not to do that, just like the grill. We chose not to do that. And it ain't the culture's fault. It's the people that's coming into the culture. That's our fault. So with that said, all I can say, I'll keep you long, man, just reflect on what you see in this room, because everybody comes from a different train of life, different train of walk. Everybody that's been through stuff, but we here. So last year, it was big, this year's pretty big. I mean, I don't know what little bit I do remember. It's kind of different last year. But I want to say, this is beautiful. And I hope we continue to keep going. And I hope we continue to keep it stronger and grow as a unit, not just individuals, as a unit. Because we got one thing in common, the culture. We ain't gonna ever change that, and I don't want to. Thank y'all.
We do charity because we like giving back, whether we come into an area and make sure that the clubs eat before we come to our actual weekend. We get out and support. One way or another, we make sure that folks eat, and we throwing money everywhere if we can. We throwing money again. We have 2 clubs that have donated True Icons. Can y'all come up? True Icons and what was the name? God Made. Is there a reference God Made? They both have donated to Students Without Mothers. I'm going to let them hold the check. Y'all can hold that check. They each club donated $1,000. Got it made. Are y'all in here? Y'all can come up and come to my left over here.
So every year we always say to you all, we want to be able to bring back community givings in the cities that we go to. And this year we are proud to have these 2 clubs along with the PROC sponsor and help a local charity here. What we tend to see, as many of you know, I can't see you. So what we continue to do is come into a city and lead it with charitable givings. That's been something that we've been doing now for several years, so this year is no different. And despite the weather, I am so super excited to have Ms. Cassandra Brown come and receive these donations on behalf of Students Without Mothers. So you may be saying to yourself, who is the organization of Students Without Mothers? Students Without Mothers is a nonprofit organization, so I want to make sure you guys take some critical notes because we recognize that many of our clubs like to stay connected to the charities for which the PROC has entrusted our financial givings to. So Students Without Mothers is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping high school students without mothers continue to empower them through education. Okay, that's powerful, education. These students are without mothers. Their mothers could either be deceased, they could be incarcerated, they may have given them up for adoption and there's no association. But this organization's main purpose is to provide scholarships for colleges bound high school students who are without their mothers due to death or other unfortunate circumstances. Students Without Mothers Scholarships program is designed to be a life-sustaining and provides an opportunity for students to pay it forward. Students who benefit from the program are asked to help students in the way that they were helped. With that, I want to give you none other than Ms. Cassandra Brown, who's on the advisory board team, Students Without Mothers.
PROC, 2 Students Without Mothers. I don't know who that was, but if you see me afterwards, as I will be here with the table, please reach out to me because I'd like to thank you personally. Again, I'm Cassandra Brown. I am a 10-year board member of Students Without Mothers, and I actually just rolled off of the advisory board. And because I retired, I've now actually taken on a role with Students Without Mothers as their director of development. So what I do is I go out and talk to folks like you all about Students Without Mothers and appeal to you for funds. So you are my first engagement. I also want to just congratulate all of you all who are not from Atlanta on making it here safely, because if you're not from here, you really don't know how much danger you may have put your life into because we don't know how to drive. If the snow comes, and typically we don't know how to remove the snow either. So I want to just thank y'all for actually being here. So look, I'm going to keep this brief. I know that Patrice gave you all a nice overview of Students Without Mothers and what we do. I want to just dive into that just a little bit more. So what we do is we start working with kids who are high school seniors who don't have their mom, and we provide them with a 4-year scholarship, $1,000 per year while they're in college. And so along with that, over the years, we're a 20-year-old organization. We started to add on additional services. So it just started out as that $4,000 scholarship. So now in addition to that, when they go off to college, we also send them with a laptop. So we have a sponsor who provides laptops. We also send them with everything that they need for their dorm room. So, your sheets, towels, all those type of things, we actually send them off with everything they need to go off to school. But on top of that, and as importantly, we have developed a wrap-around services for our students. So what does that include? Grief counseling, okay? That's a big one. The reason why this organization is so important to me and why I've worked with it so long is I actually lost my mother at the age of 19 when I was a student at Tuskegee University in Alabama. Shout out if everybody's here from Tuskegee to you. I know how impactful it is and how devastating it can be to lose your mom. Your mother, she sort of underpins the entire family. She holds the whole thing together. And so back when, I was 19, there was no such thing really as grief counseling. We just kind of sucked it up and you went along. So we do provide grief counseling. We also provide life coaching. And we also provide each student with a mentor who can follow the student through their college experience. They help them out as they are deciding on a college that they're going to attend and just coach them along the way. And so all of these things that we do, they all cost money. So that's why the donation that you all have made today has been so very impactful. And $5,000 is going to allow us to fund a student scholarship, as a matter of fact, because that will cover the $4,000. And so I do thank you for that. So just real briefly, I brought someone with me today because I just want to I think it helps when you're able to have a real life example of how impactful the program is. So today I have Ms. Shania with me. She is one of our scholarship recipients, and she's also a recent college graduate. You just graduated in December, correct?
Take your time.
The biggest thing that I really want to convey about Students Without Mothers is that it's more than a scholarship. Like she said, they provide us with mentorship, therapy. They actually interact with us throughout our college experience. It's not just, oh, here's some money to go to school because that's what's good for you. They're actually showing us how to get through life, how to deal without having a parent, because my mom's dead and my dad's not that great. So, these are the people that I turn to, and that's the biggest thing that I really want to convey. So, thank you guys.
Individually to your clubs if you're interested in working with us. We have volunteer opportunities. We have opportunities to sponsor students. We take donations in any size that you're willing to do. But we do serve. I wanted to add the 22 county metro Atlanta area. That is our focus. And although we do have students that go to college all over the United States, and we actually had one that even went to college in Puerto Rico. So again, thank you all so much, and hope you all have a great rest of your convention.
I would like to say this is impactful because as we were sharing with you the donations to Students Without Mothers, both of these organizations have said they too want to match the donation. And this is what I was referring to when I said we come into a city, and many of you like to stay connected to the charities that we really work hard to research. We do our due diligence to ensure that your financials are going to a non for the community. And I wanted to make sure that you all knew in real time, both of these clubs decided on the spot they wanted to match this charitable giving. Thank you. And, come here, Holly, for me, please. 317 has matched the donation as well. This young lady here, she said she'll probably, she'll be all right. Just look to the side. Holly is really my partner in crime when it comes to us working together and continuing to build this partnership with Indian and Polaris. Many of you, this is your first time seeing her. She's been behind the curtain for several years, and I'm so happy that she was able to come with us this time. But to have her come on stage and say, Indian and Polaris is going to match not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 donations is hot. And now we got 6 with 317. Thunder God Nation. Nation has also said they too are going to match it. Chaotic Curves, Motorcycle and Social Club out of Bishopville, South Carolina is also going to match it. Do it all from Outcast Nation is saying Outcast is going to match the donation. This right here is a proven fact that when you do what you need to do, it looks like some RN divas from the United States of Texas and beyond.
Boy, this is something.
Outcast said we ain't playing. We ain't playing. Here it is right here. We not playing with it. Okay, we not playing with it. But this is powerful, team. All of you are a part of our team. And as we said, we do our due diligence to make sure that we give you a charity that you can donate to and be proud of your donation. You can witness where your funding is going to. There's not a hesitation. If you all know anything about FOSTA, I do my due diligence. I research all the things. I want to make sure your paperwork is in order. I want to make sure you are who you say you are. And you are doing the work that you say you do. And I think Ms. Brown has shared with us, we have a recipient here who has shown you that her life has been changed.
I just wanted to thank you guys again. I know the impact that it had on me, and I really do feel the love in here. Like, I really appreciate you guys.
So, this is the first for us to have so many matches. You are the first, Ms. Brown, to have your charity be adopted so successfully. And this is what we talk about when we say the Pro Convention is coming in and giving back to the community. I'm hearing and seeing someone said, the Masonic Riders are also matching the donation. God is good, God is good, God is good. God is good. Now let's think about it. This is all despite the bad weather. So many people said that they weren't able to get here because of the bad weather. But God is always in the midst. Okay? God is always in the midst. And what I can tell you, Ms. Brown, this is not over. There are many other clubs waiting to connect with you to see how they too can donate to students without mothers. This is just the start of your partnership with the PROC. And this is what we do every year. We go in, we find a reputable charity, and we donate, and you all show up. So let's continue to do this, okay? This is meaningful. Some of you that are sitting and standing before me right now are probably saying, you know what, I wish I had an organization like that, because I too was raised without a mother. I struggled my whole life without a mother. I didn't have the grieving. You know how the Black and brown communities, we get told real quick, you don't need no therapy. The therapy is not for us. Forsaken is now saying they too are matching the donation. Come on, somebody, as they say in the church. Come on, somebody. So, Tuskegee Airmen, Boston chapter saying, yes, we in the building with that match as well. Anyone else? Anyone else? Buffalo Soldiers, Asbury, Pennsylvania. Asheboro, Pennsylvania. You gonna do Harrisburg? Oh, my bad. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Said they're gonna match too. They're doing their own thing, honey. So what I can say is, Ms. Brown spoke of therapy, grieving counseling, and things that the Black and brown community keep being told, you don't need that, nothing is wrong with you. Those are services that you're not supposed to let anybody know that you go to. With my husband working in that line of work now for over 30 years.
Pictures of y'all before y'all go off.
Now, the work on small.
Y'all got to come together.
You tighten up. I act like y'all like each other.
Yeah. I don't want to bust my... Yeah, my...
Lavish.
Get over here. Let me get back.
Come on, y'all smile, man.
Town for their 20th anniversary this August, if you don't know. So if you've not experienced the Midwest, I promise you, Chi-Town, that area was the first time that I had experienced the motorcycling community, and I got to meet Juice, the national president, and at that time he was a baby on the set in terms of being a leader of a club because they were just getting started. But what you're seeing come before us right now was started and decided upon last year in 2024. So, you know, we always talk about the sport of motorcycling. How many of y'all really know about motorcycling? By show of hands, motorcycling. This club right here truly decided what they wanted to do as a nation, not for us, not for clout, not for bragging rights, but for brotherhood. They challenged themselves to be strong as a nation, having been birthed from one chapter. And in doing so, they gave a commitment to their organization. And I'll say it again, this was not for us. This was not for them to be in front of the room to get boasted and brag upon, but simply to build a stronger bond amongst themselves. We are proud to present to them the achievement, and hear me out, the achievement as a nation in one solid year. And let's be clear, many of their chapters are in Midwest states that about 4 months out of the year, they are not able to be on ground because of what we see currently outside. It's not safe. But there were no excuses. And as in the words of Black Girls Ride, Portia Taylor, more miles than excuses. They did this. So we need to salute them for their brotherhood, because last year they delivered collectively on ground 1.1 million miles. Now I know we need to go popular and say, you know what? We appreciate the next level really showcasing the groundwork. And again, Juice will be able to tell you, he's not a man of very few words. He doesn't look to do this for us to get the applause that they just received. But I told him, I said, this cannot go unnoticed. Male MC goes to that oldest club in the United States of America, them State Bombers. Most Rep MC National Club, y'all already know what it is. The Buffalo Soldiers. You know, as Rowan is making his way. That's right, it's all good. So I just want to say, while Rowan is before us, the Buffalo Soldiers, he is their national secretary. He whispered in my ear as we were wrapping up our charitable session. And I want to say, I salute the Georgia chapter of the Buffalo Soldiers for deciding to take Students Without Mothers under your wing as now your charity of choice. Okay? So this is what we say. Some of our clubs want to stay connected to the charities that we choose. And Roe going to make his business to say, Foxy, when this is all over, can you connect me with Ms. Brown? Because our Georgia chapter organization, and we greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Our team leaders are based throughout the United States, and they put in countless hours all year. Their work doesn't stop. In fact, it starts all over again today. But this is a team, and I would like for you guys to give them a standing ovation. Because this team here is the team that makes it work. Without them, it would be a struggle. And so So we want to make sure our team leaders, that you guys get to see the team that not only is behind the screen, but also the team is on the front line, giving you guys all the information as it relates to the program. So thank you for giving them a standing ovation. You may now be seated.
I'm sorry, my bad.
But there's one amongst the bunch. She took the challenge to heart. And at this time, we want to salute one of our supervisors. You guys know her as Inspector T. Inspector T, we want to say thank you for being a true leader who set the example with your hard work and dedication. And we greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. And when I say we have moments of conversation all year with this team. And sometimes, you hear some things and, we're teaching them how to build the relationships, how to network with the nation and the national clubs out here. But again, she really took the kidnapping of a clue and made it her personal business to put into work. She had over 500 registrations. And we don't look at that lightly. But again, this entire team has done a great job, an amazing job. We'll continue to serve you as we need them to, and we, the PROC, want to make sure that you know. I need Lexi to the stage. Tickets and all of this stuff once we announce where we're going. So what we're going to do is have the national chaplain, Captain Hook, out of that great state of California by way of Oakland, give us a blessing of the food, because we know once Butter announced where we're going, you're going to be too busy on your cell phones trying to get your tickets. And you won't understand that we need to also bless the food. Okay?
Shall we bow? You can touch your neighbor next to you. You can pray in your tradition. I'm going to pray in mine. Our Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. We ask now your blessings upon the food and the fellowship. Thank you for this gathering. We pray for safety from this point into our home destination. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
That's the kind of blessing we need, you know what I'm saying? He ain't held us too long, and he gave us our blessing. So now, the moment of truth. And everybody has been asking for, where are you going in 2026? So Butter, I think it's time to let the cat out the bag.
Y'all ready?
I ain't never seen nobody so in. Look, they just, people woke up to come down just for this part. So let me expand on something. Who in here bought a ticket last minute and went through hell and high water? Just be honest. Like, live in your truth. If you bought your ticket last minute and you went through hell and high water to get it. It was a struggle, right? So what I'm gonna say is, the direction we're moving in, it looks like more so we will definitely be selling out venues on a regular basis. People love Atlanta, and people love what they've seen in Indianapolis, so they wanted to be on board with that. And I'm gonna just be transparent. We do early bird registration, so that means you can get your ticket early, and for the price, a full per ticket. So, because some of y'all won't eat because you got white bands and this, that, and the other. But if you got your ticket early, you get everything afforded to you, and for a cheaper rate. Yes. Those 300 tickets that we sold went within minutes. Like it was ugly. And I got on the road back to Atlanta from Indianapolis that morning, and we had sold over 500 tickets already. And it wasn't even 24 hours. So folks is not playing. And what I suggest, if you don't want to be one of them people scrambling and trying to find a ticket and wondering if you're gonna get scammed, and some of y'all got scammed. But we got some bad actors out here in this world. And we don't get into transferring tickets and all that. Buy from folks at your own risk. So, this location we going to. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. This location we going to, we pay attention to the posts. Like I said, we be stalking these posts, trust and believe. And this location is kind of like spinning the block. Yeah, we're spinning the block with this one. It's a different venue, but they are looking forward to partnering with the PROC and our patrons. And it was a deal that we could not turn down. And being that we know y'all love this area so much, we said we're gonna go to this location because y'all love this area so much. Y'all hungry? You trying to
Hey, bro, you gotta tighten up, bro.
So we about to give y'all the boots, the Louisiana boots, and we going back to New Orleans. And this time we will be at the Sheraton across the street. So.
Real man stuff. So they
I think it's in the same room, but they break it up. For the president? Yeah, you got the president and
We're in the Sergeant at Arms breakout meeting. Let y'all check out me. I'm gonna get some education, pay attention. I'm full, man, I'm sleeping. So hope I can get through this. Y'all take a life trip, right? Enjoy your best life. Oh, motherfucking ready.